tablet market, which they haven't been able to break into because Integra, the NVIDIA chips, and the Qualcomms have just been too strong because tablets have needed that longevity. Tablets are devices that people use when they're on the go. And they don't want to know that their tablet has a 2-hour battery life. As soon as they turn it on, 30 minutes is gone right there, just booting it up. They want to know that they have this tablet all day, and the Intel processors have not been able to meet those demands. But now, if they can prove that their Haswell processors not only give your laptop 50% more power, so let's say your laptop it has an average of 4 hours. Right away, using the Haswell, it's a 6-hour battery life. If your battery is 6 hours, right away it's 9 hours. And then to some computers that actually have 9-hour battery lives, you're talking 13.5 hours of continuous use. I mean, that's a trip from here to California and back. And you still got battery life to watch a DVD as you curl up in bed. I'm telling you, if Intel can really deliver, they would be in. That's if they can deliver. So we're coming up on another break. I mean, this stuff is just going quick, fast. We're coming up on another break right now. But after the break, Hulu is being sought after by Yahoo, DirecTV. I'm telling you, man, people are looking to buy big companies. More on that right after the break. So stay tuned to Tech Pulse. Studio again. You know, we're back in the studio. I'm telling you, man, this is what it is here in the studio. Woo! We're back and we're better. You know, we're better coming back after that break, and we're now talking about Hulu. Hulu is, as many of you know, is a company that is all about you know, cord cutting. They're part of the cord cutter nation, along with Netflix, along with Aereo, you know, all these companies in that cord cutter generation that cable companies just don't like. These like the Hulus and the Netflix, because they allow people to watch their content when they want and not have to worry about you know, being at home any particular time or anything like that. They can watch things when they want, where they want, and you know, the companies are just not happy about that. And as you know, there's been lawsuits around with Aereo and stuff like that. But now we're hearing that Yahoo is looking to buy, they're putting in a bid for Hulu in the range of $600 million to $800 million. Now remember, Yahoo just spent $1 billion. Looking to just spend $1 billion, I think it was $1.1 billion for Tumblr. You know, because they're looking to get that, that just like Google has, what's a Blogger. Google has Blogger, and Yahoo wants that same type of blogging service with Tumblr. And they spent $1.1 billion on it. Now, Yahoo is pulling out, it looks like they're pulling out the big money again. They're offering between $600 to $800 million for Hulu. And according to numerous sources close to the situation, they says Yahoo has made this bid for the premium video site. The reason for the wide range is due to the fact that Silicon Valley internet giant, the Silicon Valley internet giant, similar to most bidders in the new effort to acquire Hulu, has proposed several different prices based on a variety of circumstances. That includes the length of the licensing rights for the content and how much control over the programming they're going to have in Hulu, selling Hulu, that Hulu would have over their media at the same time, and separately at the same time and separately according to sources inside the company. Now Yahoo is also contemplating at least 2 other significant purchases in the $150 million to the $200 million range, each for a mobile and a communications company. It's certainly an ambitious and busy agenda for the CEO, Marissa Mayer, who has just, we just said she just gave $1.1 billion to the purchase of the blogging site Tumblr just last week. Now, presumably, she's interested in upping Yahoo's long-time lackluster video efforts. That's why they were in talks with Dailymotion. That failed, and now it looks like they're looking to get Hulu because they wanted. Because, as a matter of fact, did you know that Yahoo was in talks to buy YouTube? But right when Google was bought YouTube, Yahoo was in talks to buy YouTube, if many of you remember that, and they lost out at the last minute on that acquisition many years ago because Google jumped into the arena and basically sold a better product or sold a better idea to the developers and makers of YouTube. And so Yahoo is making sure, or they want to make sure this same thing doesn't happen, because if Google gets a hold of Hulu and stuff like that, that's really going to be a blow to Yahoo, and that's why Yahoo is trying to do what they can to acquire this company by putting up big money on the table. Now, All Things D first broke the news that the deal, as well as Yahoo's initial interest and subsequent bid for Hulu, which is owned by a trio of media giants, News Corp, Disney, and Comcast, all own Hulu. Now, the site, which has both a subscription and an advertising business, was on the market in 2011 with the hope of a bid for they were looking for about $2 billion at the time, but they didn't get it. So they were subsequently off the market, but Hulu is on the market again, in the most advanced effort to sell it so far, with bids coming in the range of suitors over the last week. Now, Marissa Mayer is one of those suitors looking to get Hulu. Now, here's my thought on it. If Yahoo can pick up Hulu, instead of, because they got Tumblr, they didn't get Dailymotion, and to me, I think that Dailymotion and YouTube, and especially since they lost out on YouTube to Google years ago. Many of you remember that Yahoo was in talks to get YouTube, and boom, Google swooped in and picked up YouTube. And now you see how successful YouTube is and what a moneymaker YouTube is for Google. Now, here's my thing. Hulu is not Dailymotion in terms of it's not the same sort of platform. So I don't think that Yahoo can get Hulu and still compete in the same fashion with Google as YouTube, because Hulu has programming on it such as, network programs and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, Hulu is even coming out with a few original series, and that's fine. But YouTube is a user-generated media video platform. It allows users, regular people, to upload video content to YouTube so that everyone can see it. Hulu doesn't allow you to do that. Hulu has its own content that it broadcasts. Now, at the same time, I'm not saying that this is a bad acquisition for Yahoo. No, it's not. Because if Yahoo can get this instantly adds all of the Hulu subscribers, such as myself. I watch Hulu and Hulu Plus. I subscribe to Hulu Plus through Roku. And so all of us who subscribe to Hulu already would naturally, obviously, be now under the Yahoo brand. So you're gonna get all of these millions of viewers already under your umbrella. So that can only help Yahoo. However, if Yahoo is looking to really compete with Google, you know, they can't do it with Hulu. They can't do it with Hulu because Hulu is a different media platform than is YouTube, and so Daily Motion is still Yahoo's best option if they're going to compete. And Yahoo, according to reports, is not done with their spending spree yet. They just spent 1.1 billion. They're looking to spend another 600 to 800 million on acquiring Hulu, and then another 150 to 200 million dollars they have lined up for other companies that they're looking to acquire. Now, what makes this so hot is that DirecTV and Time Warner are also placing bids for Hulu. Now, even though Hulu's future may seem uncertain, but the company doesn't seem to be in any shortage of these potential suitors, because you have DirecTV, you have Yahoo, and you're going to have Time Warner all vying for this company. A group led by the by Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer, a group led by Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer is responsible for placing this bid to Hulu in the midst of the DirecTV and Time Warner interest. Word broke earlier this year that Disney Corp and Comcast and all that was considering selling Hulu, and at the time the two companies were divided on the future vision of Hulu, what it should be. Disney wanted to pursue an ad-supported business model, while News Corp favored a subscription service model, and Comcast obviously is a third party or partner in the Hulu acquisition, but it was unable to participate in such discussions due to the regulatory restrictions that was in place when it acquired the NBC Universal. So right now we have three major people vying for Hulu. Yahoo. If Yahoo gets Hulu, I see that as fine, because Hulu can help Yahoo. The Hulu can help Yahoo as far as bringing in more people under the Yahoo umbrella. So definitely Hulu can help Yahoo. But if Yahoo really wants to compete with Google, they're going to have to do it a different way. This can help them, but they're going to have to do it a different way. In what I'm saying is, because you need that platform that can allow users to just upload content, video content, whenever they want. And right now Yahoo doesn't have that like Google has with YouTube. But this acquisition can help them. Now, DirecTV buying Hulu, I guess it can help. It can help them as far as having that on-demand content, allowing people to be able to how should we put it? Allowing people to be able to watch their content anytime they want and stuff like that. Being able to put in different ads. Matter of fact, DirecTV buying Hulu would at least mean that we have a variety of ads that can be seen during programming. Because right now, when you're watching Hulu programming, I was watching Once Upon a Time yesterday, and you get the same ads, the same 3 or 4 ads in it at the same time. You get the same 3 or 4 ads over and over throughout the show. So at least DirecTV might bring in a few more different ads at least. The one thing I do like in the Hulu world is the countdown. Hulu has a countdown table that tells you exactly how long you got to sit through ads. So when the ads come up, a clock right away comes up and says 1 minute 30 seconds, and it counts down each commercial. So you know, okay, I got 1 minute 30 to go do whatever I got to do. So DirecTV could add some punch to the Hulu acquisition, especially in the way of advertising and things like that. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a break. We're coming up on a break right now. We're going to take a break, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this Hulu sale acquisition by